So welcome back to our second video, which is going to be a quick video on the slope, okay? So we look at this line here, AB, and the slope basically means how steep the line is. We have a formula for the slope up here, but first we're going to just quickly look at what kind of the slope means. So for example here, we have our two different axes, and we have three blue lines and three purple lines. So the three blue lines over here, they all have positive slopes, okay? So we write positive slope, because when you go from left to right, they're going up. This one has, I'm going to say, 2 pluses, this one has 1 plus, and then this one has, I don't know, a mini plus or something. So that's a really positive slope, so it's a really steep slope. That one's kind of steep, kind of in the middle, and this one's quite flat as a slope. And then this one here, if we're going to go to purple, we have, again, these are all negative slopes because they go down when you go from left to right. So negative slope. This one has a mini minus, this one has a normal size minus, and this one has 2 minuses because that one's really steep, that one's kind of steep, and that one's not too steep. Yeah? So in maths you can't just say kind of steep, middle steep, and then not very steep, but also we have to use numbers. But that's just to give you guys a brief idea of what we're talking about. So this is the formula here, the slope formula, that'll tell us exactly how steep something is in a number. So m is a symbol used for slope, is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So you need 2 points to find out what the slope of something is. So I'm actually going to do that over here. So our points here, I'm going to write are, they're A, which is 2 and 1, and then our other point is B, which is 6 and 4. Yeah, and again I'm going to write which one is x1, which one's y1, x1 and y1, x2 and y2, and this one's really easy to get confused with, so again just make sure you do this every single time. So then our m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and I do this every time as well, write out the formula. So y2 is equal to 4 minus y1 is just 1 divided by x2, which is 6, minus x1, which is 2. So that's equal to 3 over 4. Okay, so 3 over 4 is our number. So, but again, what does that number mean? So obviously the bigger the number, that means it's going to be more steep. So for example, this blue one here is going to have quite a big number. This one here could have maybe 3 over 4 or 1. This one would have a half or even lower. Yeah, and then but it still has to be a positive number all the time. This one, would all be negative slopes. So this would be maybe, I don't know, minus a half. That could be minus 1, and that could be minus 6 even. Yeah, just get the idea, positive and negative. But the real thing, so this 3 over 4 means is, and I'll scroll down here and to show it. So there, I just quickly scribbled out some things. So the slope is equal to the rise over the run. So this line here has a slope of, say, m is equal to 3 over 4. Let me just fix that screen there. Perfect. Okay, so again, m is equal to 3 over 4. So what this means is, so again, the slope is the rise over the run, that this line rises 3 every time it runs 4. So that means this bit here, it goes up 3 every time it goes, oh sorry, no, it goes up 3, I don't know what to say here, every time it goes out 4. So if you draw little triangles along it, like this length will be 3, and this length will be 4 every single time. So you can see that goes up to 3. So that's what the slope means. So the bigger the number, it means the more it will go up every time it goes out. Yeah, so if you wanted to draw a slope with 2, so we said m is equal to 2, then I'm going to use this blue line here. So it's going to say go through the center point here, and it's going to go up to 2 every time it goes out to 1. So again, I'll try to use red here. So it's going to get a little bit crowded here, but the idea is it goes up 2. Yeah, so it's up at 2 there. Every time up 2, every time it goes out 1. So this time that length is 2 and this length is 1. So that's the whole idea of slope, the rise over the run. So again, so there are two formulas for slope. There's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is what you're generally going to use on if you have a graph in front of you. But sometimes they could ask you a real life problem. So an example might be, we'll take this green one here, and we'll say someone's making a bike ramp. Yeah, and it has to be, I don't know, they want to find out what the slope of the bike ramp is basically. So they build a bike ramp out of wood. This is 70 centimeters, this is 210 centimeters, and this is the ramp itself. Yeah, they want to find out how steep. Then since you don't have any coordinates, you won't be able to use this formula here because you don't know what y1 x1, y2 and x2 are. So you're going to have to use this form here, the rise over the run. So I'll do this in purple here. So I'm going to say, over here, the slope is equal to the rise over the run. That means the slope is equal to the rise over the run. So it rises 70 centimeters, 70, and it runs, so it goes out 210. Put that into your calculator, you'll find the slope is 1/3. So every 1 centimeter goes up, it has to go out 3 centimeters. Does that make sense? So that's about everything you'll need on the slope for now. We're going to talk a lot more about kind of different kinds of slope and different slopes to different lines. Just a basic idea of slope, that should be it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and next video we're going to look at finding the equation of a line, so equations of lines. We'll see you then.